It is okay to have an X in your name. X meaning undeveloped or traumatized. Oh no, he said the T word. Yep. You got a problem with a letter or a cognitive function of the 8, not just of the 1, 2, 3, 4 horizontally. Because once you know the horizontal code, you can go down the vertical code and be like, ah, yes, of course, of course. There's where I've got troubles. Once you know yourself, it's like, oh, now I'm a puzzle to be solved. And I can work on myself the rest of my life. Isn't that nice? Isn't that really nice to know yourself? Goodness. So, how do I know which letter is liquid or traumatized or just undeveloped? Remember, the gray matter of your brain isn't quite developed until you're physically more mature until your mid-20s. Hello,
Hi.
hello, hi. ISFJs. Mid-20s is when your brain is physically, developed scientifically. Go find your own research. I've just been told these things. I'm TI blind. I don't give a schnat. Who cares where it came from? It makes sense. You are immature. And that's a great thing, which allows you to develop. But if you're aware of it early, could you change that X letter, that liquid letter, by default? Well, I just did a session with somebody a few days ago, in which they had a liquid letter. Lo and behold, they're not even 20 yet. So, can you type the young? Well, as soon as a letter is developed, yeah, it's pretty clear. Oh, they were always quiet, or oh, they were always extroverted. But those ones are actually pretty obvious. Easy to emotion, or just really staunch, logical. Okay, so they're a feeler type or a thinker type pretty early on. Easy to figure those ones out. Or they're just having tantrums. They're young. You can't really, whatever. But if there's a consistency, we can say, all right, let's go with this one for a while. See how we do. That sounds fair. Develop as best you can and see what changes. That way you're not traumatized by you're this label. And then you're like, don't try to be somebody you're not. No, you were typed early on. You're not developed yet. So when people are like, before even age of 25, okay, the actual age, they're like, all this stuff is just a bunch of crap. Because sometimes I feel introverted and sometimes I feel extroverted and sometimes this and sometimes... Shut up. You're too young. You're too young or inexperienced. And even if you're over age of 25, you're just too young or inexperienced inside. So now you just got to have more life experiences to know thyself be true. And once you know yourself, it's actually quite easier to live life. It really is, mate. So I don't know the accent of today. I think it's like half English, half American. So have at it with your guesses. And if you guess right, I'll give you a cookie on this one. But just letting you know, it's okay to have a liquid letter, an undeveloped letter. If you're 30 plus, and you're still struggling with that, that's where we got to address shadow work in trauma stuff and like therapy, okay? If you're just not old enough, that's not trauma. That's not necessarily a problem. I mean, it could be, but it's just undeveloped yet. It's like a muscle. It's not developed yet. You can't expect a baby to be potty trained. I'm a dad and we're going through potty training right now. You have to go through training. Oh, thank you, son. Oh, it's half a turtle. You were so cute. Stop it. I love you. Oh, I love you too, son. So anyway, you get it. You can't expect too much. Because Einstein's quote, I can't judge a fish's intelligence by its ability to climb a tree. Stop expecting so much from yourself or somebody else who hasn't even hit that age of brain physical maturity yet. You might have had a lot of experiences in life to be mature, sure, but your brain is physically not developed yet. It's not physically there yet. Which is great. So, oh my gosh, if you're under that age, you can basically kind of choose in a way, right? Because you got to consider nature versus nurture. You got your Enneagram side as well to look at. Then you look at your Myers-Briggs as far as all that's concerned. You even have social styles, chronotypes. These are subtypes, by the way. Then you have tendencies. We haven't talked about those. But really, there's 4 or 5 different things. I'll make a whole other video about all the personality types to really solidify that. So you have that understanding of yourself. And once you do, you can look around. Look at other people. Instead of just being my life is this. You can be well, I've got this I'm working on, and my life is a puzzle and it's exciting. So anyway, get those liquid letters noticed and find out, all the other things that go along with it, as mentioned before, and then you have your puzzle nice and clearly. Who does a puzzle with just kind of the middle pieces? Some people do. And some people do those outer borders first when they start one of those old-fashioned jigsaw puzzles. Yeah, see? So that's just kind of what it is. I love you. I'm Eric Osmond, your personality guy, your audiobook narrator, your musician, whatever you need. That's my Bruce Wayne. This is my Batman. If you want a one-on-one with me privately, just a one-on-one session, feel free to tap the new link in my bio, and we can spend an hour together to try to help figure you out and get your runway all set up so you can launch off into your future. I love you. Have a great day.